Welcome to Headstones and Microphones, where we use AI to step into the past through a researched first-person simulation of history's most interesting people. I am your host, Calvin. While we've added some creative storytelling, our goal is to inspire your own study of these fascinating lives. Now, let's meet our guest. I am absolutely buzzing today. Our guest is someone who redefined what it meant to be a royal, a mother, and a humanitarian. She captured the world's heart and never let it go. Please welcome to the microphones, the one and only Princess Diana.
Oh, thank you, Calvin.
Let's start at the very beginning. For those who may somehow not know who you are, who are you?
Well, most people knew me as the Princess of Wales, but at heart, I've always just been Diana, a woman who wanted to love and be loved, and perhaps do a little good along the way.
And when and where were you born?
I was born on July 1st, 1961, at Park House near Sandringham in Norfolk. It was a beautiful, quiet place to start life.
What was your given name at birth, and is there a story behind it?
I was born Diana Frances Spencer. There's a bit of irony in the name Diana. It's the name of the Roman goddess of hunting. My brother Charles once said that the greatest irony of my life was that a girl named after a huntress became the most hunted person of the modern age.
That is powerful. What was your hometown like growing up, and what was your family life like?
Growing up in Norfolk was lovely, but my family life was complicated. My parents divorced when I was only 7, and that rift haunted me for a long time. I lived with my father, sisters, and brother, eventually moving to our ancestral home, Althorpe, when I was older.
What kind of kid were you? Any big fears or dreams?
I was a bit of a shy girl, quite quiet, but I had a magnetizing community spirit, or so they said at school. My biggest fear was probably being alone or unloved. As for dreams, I loved music and dancing. I was quite an accomplished pianist and a very keen dancer.
And your first job?
I held a few. I worked as a cleaning assistant, a dance instructor, and a kindergarten teacher at the Young England School in Pimlico. I loved being around children. They have a way of being so honest that adults often lose.
Was there a moment where you realized you were different from everyone else?
I think it was when the camera started following me while I was still a teacher. Suddenly, I wasn't just Diana. I was a character in a story the whole world was reading.
What's a decision that changed everything for you, but felt small at the time?
Deciding to say yes to that first date with Philip's son, Charles. It felt like a whirlwind romance, but looking back, it was the moment my private life ended and my public life began.
What was your biggest break, and what were your struggles before success?
My biggest break was the royal wedding in 1981, though success is a funny word for it. Before that, I was just a girl in a flat share with friends. The struggle was the transition. I was a 20-year-old girl entering a world of traditions that felt very foreign to me.
Did you have any daily habits essential to your success?
I was quite disciplined. I'd wake up around 7:30 a.m., do a morning stretch, and I always had my pink grapefruit and baked beans for breakfast. And swimming. I loved the pool at Buckingham Palace.
What was the downside of becoming famous? Any misconceptions?
The downside was the loss of privacy. I felt like a product that sold newspapers. A big misconception was that I was just a clothes horse. People saw the fashion, but I wanted them to see the causes I cared about: homelessness, HIV/AIDS awareness, and landmines.
What was your darkest moment or a personal battle you fought privately?
My battle with bulimia was very dark. It was a symptom of the pressure and the unhappiness in my marriage. For a long time, it was a secret, and it felt very lonely.
Who had the biggest influence on your life?
My boys, William and Harry, they were my world. I wanted them to have a normal life, taking them for burgers at McDonald's or to the cinema. They taught me more about love than any palace protocol ever could.
Is there something people misunderstood about your life?
People thought everything was perfect because of the titles and the tiaras. but I was just a person trying to find my footing in a very rigid system. I wasn't a rebel for the sake of it, I just wanted to be authentic.
What was life like in your final years, and what were you working on?
The final years felt like I was finally coming into my own. I was focusing heavily on humanitarian work. Just months before I passed, I walked through an active minefield in Angola to call for a global ban on landmines. It was terrifying, but so necessary.
And the end. When and where did you pass away?
It was August 31st, 1997, in Paris. There was a car chase with the paparazzi. It was a tragic end to a very short 36 years.
Let's lighten things up. What's a random fact about you most people haven't heard?
Did you know Freddie Mercury once snuck me into a gay bar? I was dressed in an army jacket and a cap and aviator sunglasses to go unnoticed. It was the most liberating night.
What was your favorite food or restaurant?
I actually loved fresh, simple things. But if I'm being honest, sneaking the boys out for a burger was always a highlight.
What advice would you give people chasing success?
Don't just chase success, chase a purpose. If you have a platform, use it for good, and never lose your sense of humor. It's the only thing that gets you through the tough times.
Diana, before we sign off, do you have any closing remarks for our listeners?
Just to be kind to one another. Everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Thank you so much for having me, Calvin. It's been a treat to share my story again.
What an incredible conversation. We've touched on the highs of royalty and the depths of personal struggle. But through it all, Diana's heart for people shines through. And that wraps up another conversation from Beyond the Grave. Thanks for joining us on the Headstones and Microphones podcast. Remember, legends may die, but their stories never do. Please help spread the word by sharing and following the pod.